Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. Here we are in Tikawara, having rested at the trading post in what can only be described as actually fairly plush conditions for a backwater village, as the trader here, Vector, called the place, pretty much. We weren't too dissatisfied with our sleep, but we are here now, bright and early, 5 in the morning, day 59, 40 of Prestu, ready to head out to see what the hell is going on around here. And you'll notice that we have a new party member amongst us. It's an old friend. It's Palagina. Let's check her out, shall we? So, Palagina Paladin, a very quick glance at what she brings to the table. Kind of specking her to be an out-and-out tank, really, to be honest with you. Adair is, of course, a party tank. He's two-handed, but we're going to sort of make her another tank as well. Why not? Why not? You never know. We might swap her with Adair on occasion and bring Nadog or somebody else back into the party, like maybe the is it Mara, the hunter. Anyway, we'll play it by ear. But as you can quite clearly see, I mean, Adair's deflection is 61. She's got 70, so she's got a fairly decent deflection. So in terms of her abilities, Sworn Enemy, she came with that due to her kind of alignment, the type of paladin that she is. I'll leave you to read that at your leisure, but she got this as well, which basically means that she fires out some searing projectiles when she marks her target. We've gone for Old Faithful Flames of Devotion, which gives extra damage as burn damage. We've upgraded that to Shared Flames, which basically means that allies get the same kind of effect when nearby. Lay on Hands, a staple, healing for the Paladin, upgraded to Greater Lay on Hands to give a robust inspiration to themselves or an ally within range. And then the last couple, we've gone for the Zealous Aura, because we want the accuracy bonus, because we need to hit things. Hit things is good, and specifically for Seraphen when it comes to his focus gaining. And finally, a Revive Exhortation. Reviving a party member mid-combat who's fallen unconscious could be an absolute game changer. So that's her active abilities so far. In terms of her passives, Retribution. Every time she's hit, she gets extra damage with weapons, up to a stackable 25%. Weapon and shield style, swording and boarding with her. Divine Purpose for extra defences against afflictions. And Inspired Path for +1 to her Zeal, which is the kind of mana pool thing that she uses to use her abilities. We will be, of course, next getting Scion of Flame for extra penetration with those flame-based attacks. In terms of her equipment, well, she has got she got her own armour. She's got the Gladiator Sword, which is pretty decent weapon, giving the scrim for the deflection bonus when equipped with a shield. We've given her a medium shield rather than a large, just so that she doesn't suffer too much with the accuracy. She's got enough deflection at 70, I feel, so I think a medium shield is a good happy balance. Mind you, she does benefit from an accuracy bonus from Flames of Devotion, so we could offset that with the large shield, but I think a medium one is perfectly fine. So she's almost like, well, she is an out-and-out tank. She's not a secondary tank, or an off-tank. She's probably more tanky than Adair right now, to be fair. So I could have put her in Adair's place and kept Nadog as actually a really good DPS barbarian type, but we'll play this by ear, see what she brings to the table, and Nadog has been given a well-earned rest. Surely his sort of axe-wielding, hacking and slashing arms are a little bit tired by now. So today's session then, we're going to be doing a couple of things. We're going to be speaking with the priestess at the shrine. We're going to be speaking with the chieftain in his hut. We also have to keep an eye out. I don't know where this quest is. I'm going to have to check it. But we have to keep an eye out for some fruit, apparently. There it is, plucked fruit. Some missing Kowiki fruit from around the village to keep an eye out. And there's also a quest to deal with Lagu Faith, Broodmother's Fury. Yeah, hunt down Lagu Faith Broodmother in Hohina Ravine. So there's a fair little a fair little bit to keep us occupied whilst we potter around here in Tikwara and the surrounding land of this island. So without further ado, we shall first of all talk with this fella down here about this missing fruit, because I'm sure there's more to this than meets the eye.
You need something?
Ah, good morning, good morning. Pakeo, isn't it? Yeah. Makumu says you caught Tamao stealing Koiki.
Ikira.
He pauses and stares at you with wide eyes.
Tamao was creeping around the drying hut where we stored Koiki for the ceremony, north of our Ranga's home.
He tips his head to gesture away, holding your eye contact all the while.
I grabbed Tamao by the wrist and dragged him to Makumu. We found all of the Koiki were gone.
Ah, that changes things, doesn't it? He wasn't actually found stealing it, he was just found in the vicinity. Well, that doesn't prove anything, does it?
The snake brought this on himself, I say. Now Makumu will deliver him to Tangaloa's maw, where he belongs.
Yes, if you rewind your story back a couple of sentences, did you actually see him with any Koiki or simply loitering at the crime scene?
Ikira, it is as I said. Tamao was near the Koiki hut.
Ah.
Stuffing his face, I say. And if he will not admit it in this life, he will pay in the next one.
Can you think of anything that might help me find this Koiki? I am investigating this situation. He shakes his head, eyes turning downcast.
I know that Makumu wished to give the fruit to Ngati with a prayer to pull back her furious storms.
Ah, is that so? Actually, Makumu told me the Koiki were for a harvest ritual. He opens his mouth to retort, but closes it and hangs his head.
It is said the gods piss on the souls of liars before sending them back to Aora as krill. Tamao stole no Koiki.
Ah, well, I didn't want to come out and blatantly accuse you of lying, but yes, the story did seem to have a few holes in it. Would you care to tell me the truth now, then?
Kahopa must have made Tamao from sand lice, because he gives nothing to the tribe, only takes.
I shall ask you this plain, for I do not feel it will do us much good to beat about the bush. Did you steal the Koiki?
No! Ikira, I did not do this.
Oh, just making sure. No need to overreact.
I provide for the tribe. Not like that louse Tamao.
Laos? He's not the one implicating an innocent man now, is he?
Tamao is as innocent as a skulking tadpole worm.
He spits on the ground.
He hates the tribe. Pity and charity fill his belly and shell pouch, and he has not strained a muscle to serve anyone but himself. Knowing this does not bring the Koiki back to the drying hut, but it will help to heal the tribe.
Well, will Makumu accept your retraction without the Koiki to prove it?
No. He wants the Koiki and the guilty. So do we all, I say. I cannot say if the true thief covered their tracks, since Makumu never looked for clues. But the drying hut? Ikira. In his sandals. This is where I would look.
I see. Well, thank you for telling me the truth eventually. Thankfully, nothing is lost. Well, hopefully not.
What do you need?
The bowman casts a wary stare down at you, his arms tightening weakly beneath their restraints.
I don't like this, Watcher. Is there nothing we can do to help?
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
Not exactly. I had some questions.
Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground. I need to conserve my strength.
You stole the last of the tribe's Kawiki, did you?
If only my brain and belly had coordinated, I say I would have tried sooner. Keho hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me.
Well, now is your opportunity to provide your side of the story. I am looking into this matter. If you want to be vindicated, then now is the time to speak up.
Keho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Akira, this is so. I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone.
Okay, well, he would have taken it. It's quite a nasty thing to say, and, well, you know, it's not a crime to think about it or to want to do it. It's the fact of the matter remains it was already gone when he got there. Can you think of anyone else who might have taken it?
It is said the Roparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say. The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief.
Okay, well, I suppose we'll do our own digging at the communal storage hut.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
All right, so we're now speaking with Makumu and bringing up the fact that Pakeo was lying about Tamao stealing the Kawiki.
What say? Pakehu speak through a false blowhole?
That's one way of putting it, isn't it?
Prove it. Show me the real traitor.
Well, I don't have any hard evidence yet. I am working on it.
Do not waste my time, I say.
Ah. That's a bummer. It's a big, big bummer. I'm really irked about this communal storage hut. It's...
Yeah. Sure.
It seems like there should be something there. But there's clearly not, other than a chest that we can steal from, which doesn't have anything in it that's useful. Strange. Well, we'll speak with the last two people that we need to speak to around here, which is the Ranga and the Priestess, and after that we'll play it by ear and see what we can find. But it just seems a bit strange.
Welcome to Tekawara.
Got it.
Fedoran speaking with Ranga Ruanu. And now Mao huddles in close conversation with the warriors next to him. He whispers in a low, stern voice. No sooner do you catch his eye than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face.
Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests.
Ah, greetings indeed. I am Fedoran, captain of the Lord Fedoran. Pleased to meet you.
I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Kokokahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
He raises his hand to gesture to the east. Ah, so Pokakahora is to the east then. So, what exactly is Pokakahara?
An island not touched since the days of our ancestors. The Valians went to Pokakahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
Well, I have a history, you could say, with old places that cause storms. Well, I'll take a look at the matter. His eyes widen a little. The smile that creases his face seems, for the moment, genuine.
Here, this was a token passed down from the Rankers, said to come from Pokakahara in brighter days.
Ooh, copper Muzuma shell key. What is that? Interesting. A seashell?
The Muzuma snail, a foul thing, yes? They eat through the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say. It is nothing the Kawaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies. If you need aid, Himarihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
Ah. Yeah, we might as well get a bit of the lowdown on the place we're going to go. Could prove to be useful.
Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins. Never answers.
So how is Pokakahara causing storms?
You are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things. Our ancestors told of luminous Ardra, the bones of the Deadfire, breaching through the sands of Pokakahara. Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Ardra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger.
At the implication of divine providence, Palagina's right eye twitches in annoyance, the membrane flicking out and back. Fighting against it, she forces a weak smile and nods politely. Cocking his head to the side, Ruana mirrors the gesture with a full smile. He seems to be puzzling out Palagina's reaction. Well, from my studies, it is highly unusual for Ardra to impact its environment as you describe.
Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating. Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats.
And beyond the storms, is there any other dangers I should be aware of?
Ikira, we paddle our canoes the long way around Pokakahara for a reason, I say. Another people lived among our ancestors and built a temple in the desert. Now there is only death. But the Valians close their ears to my warning. Speak on, friend. What say?
Well, we're not overly interested in the tribe. Unless, of course, it can tell us a bit about the missing Koiki. And supplies, well, we know where we can get supplies.
Our village here is young still, but we will grow when the Valians come. That is for what we build many houses now, even a trading post. We make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokakahara, they build their harbor here. They must.
Ah, you don't seem to mind the Valian influence here. It's good to see, I suppose.
Some tribes push foreigners away, but it is good to have powerful friends.
The company can be a good friend to helpful partners, even out here.
Ah, indeed.
If the Valians come, they will build an outpost here in Tikawara. And then we will have more to trade with outsiders than just Rongi's mats. With coin comes protection, friendship. A favorable arrangement for both sides, I say.
Ah.
Speak on, friend.
Nothing wrong with seeking out partnerships, especially with the Valians, eh? Right then, so, got a bit of information about Pokakahara, so we know where it is now at least. Just travelled east and we should find it, but we're not done here yet. By any stretch of the imagination. Right, let's go speak with the priestess here at the shrine.
Those winds blow bitter today, outsider.
Okay, so here we are, in front of Neri.
Eh? No problem.
More outlanders. Are your masters so desperate that they send you to plunder a starving village?
Excuse me?
Was it the Rauataians, the Valians, or some new invader? Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same.
I think you misunderstand. I am not here to conquer anyone.
Akira. That is what the last bunch said. Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Pokokahara for Adra riches. I warned the Valians about Pokokahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse.
Curse? What curse?
Those who make for Pokokahara are devoured by Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
Her hand strays to a coral crescent at her neck. It's pitted with age and it looks older than her.
Forgive me for saying, but I ain't afraid of your goddess.
Oh, God.
I got a divine purpose, and so blessed protection from my god.
She sort of half pipe up at the most inopportune of moments with the wrong thing, really, doesn't she? As if she needs any more reason to dislike us.
How comforted these outsiders must feel when they lie to themselves as well.
As though they care what happens to any of us. Percam Blanca, you are young, but not so young to be this naive.
We have cause to respect the gods in the Deadfire, daughter of Amira.
Okay, so that's highly equivalent of.
Dark clouds surround Pokokahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all.
Well, if this island is cursed, then whoever lived to tell the tale? She sighs deeply, her bony shoulders rising like a vulture's wings.
We tell these stories not because they happen just so. We tell them for what they mean. Our Rangosphere makes him too trusting. He believes the Valiant traders will protect us if they settle here and mine Pokokahara.
They will. It is what the company has done throughout the Eastern Reach. Why not here?
So the villagers pour their sweat into the sand, building a trading post on a barren island.
Well, it might not be barren for long, if you allowed coin to flow through.
I am not expecting you to understand how dangerous this is, outsider. They will kill us, rob us, enslave us. And we will be too busy building their halls and sweeping their docks to fight.
Not sure if you and me be sharing the same definition of slavery, lass. But I don't think you'd be getting the particulars wrong.
The pirate knows nothing of this, I say. If you go to Pokokahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
Destroying a vein of precious luminous Adra is foolish, childish, and of benefit to no one. Certainly not to the tribe she hopes to protect.
When the Adra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores.
Yes, well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but my colleagues and associates in the trading company wouldn't appreciate me destroying a luminous Adra source, and plus I may well need the source for my own investigations. She grimaces, shaking her head slowly.
Go then. I'm done with your face.
Yes, well, I'd say it's been a pleasure, but quite simply it hasn't. Bye. Okay, I do apologise. The session might be a little bit choppy and changey, but I'm being disturbed several times. And I think we might have crashed. Yes, very, very, very fragmented session. I've been disturbed about 3 times, and the game's now crashed on me. Not ideal at all. Right. So, Fedoran, taking a look inside his pack for this copper shell. Let's get a closer look now that we've finished talking to everybody here. And noticing that the koala reeds that he picked up outside the drying hut actually are stained and giving off a faint smell of salt water. He inspects them closely. A reddish fruit-scented juice has stained the reeds. What does that mean? Stained by some sort of juice. Interesting. I wonder if any of our main players in this investigation have any clue about this new piece of evidence. Let's go and check it out. Well, he certainly doesn't.
Yes. Hello.
But
whatever you need, I can help.
But Makumu might, showing him the reed outside of the hut.
Akira, curious. This is a weaver's material, but I say it is everywhere in Tikawara.
A weaver's material. And where might we find a weaver here in Tikawara, I wonder? Used in weaving. Kuaru hut, maybe? Trading post, possibly. It's the only place we haven't been in this city. Kuaru? Is that a weaving class?
Yeah.
There's a weaving basket outside. Yeah, look, woven from Kuaru reeds. Aha!
Yeah.
Our investigation takes another twist. Inspector Fedoran continues his investigations. Don't forget, he's an expert investigator. Remember back in Brackenbury when we solved that murder situation with the that performing troupe killing people beneath the city for sick pleasure? Rongi.
Yeah, got it.
This Amau man seems lost in thought. His clothes are neat and clean, but he's tugging on the fringe of his sash, which he's worried into a long, loose thread. He looks up at you, his bleary eyes suddenly sharp and alert.
What say? You are new to Tikawara?
Ah! Once again, Fedoran cutting right to the chase, getting right to the facts, and issuing his potential challenge. I found this Clara Reed outside of the Kuwiki hut. I'm assuming you have heard of the missing fruit situation. It's used in weaving, I'm led to believe. Correct?
Akira. It must have come undone from a basket or a mat. These things happen, I say.
Ah, right. And by my reckoning, the accused Tamao isn't a weaver, is he?
Tamao? He has a spider's craftiness, but no skill for its art.
Ah.
Besides, that is Kwaru work.
Kwaru work. I see.
I do not stop you from asking.
Well, do you know anything about the missing Kuwiki fruit?
Only that Tamao was slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our bellies. Akira, no one could be less surprised. Tamao had this coming.
Ah. You don't seem particularly upset by the whole situation.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamao deserves. I have no tears for him. He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
So even if Tamaru isn't innocent, you couldn't care less?
The tribe has challenges enough without Juana eating from each other's plates. You overstep for a stranger, an outsider. I say you should go back to the shore that welcomes you.
Is that so? Is that so? Well, I'm going
I see
nowhere.
Your feet will not let you stay in one place. Ikira, it must have come undone. I do not stop you from asking.
Okay, so we can't ask anything else of him, unfortunately. We would have preferred to have maybe come back with something there after being told to do one, but it might be worth keeping an eye on Rongi. Keeping an eye. And how would one keep an eye?
No problem.
I wonder. I want to see. Oh, there's another named character here, actually. He goes out to the beach in the middle of the night.
Aye.
Okay, that'll do us.
Captain.
Middle of the night. Well,
What for, Cap?
it's not quite the middle of the night yet. It's bright and early in the daytime, so we will continue on with
Ahoy.
other tasks for now,
Aye.
and perhaps go to the beach once we've completed all of them. Okay, so let's remind ourselves what's left for us to do on the island. So we have made a decent inroads into the plucked fruit position. We've got the Broodmother's Fury. Lago Faith Brood Mother in the Hohina Ravine. I think that might be pretty much it for this place, and then we can head to Pokakahora. We've spoken with everybody here.
Captain.
Okay, let's leave on foot. Hopefully it's not too far for us to travel to wherever we're going, because we would like to get back to Tikawara by midnight tonight. Ooh, it is quite a large island, actually. We've received an important missive from Captain Ferrante. Ooh, is he going to be happy with us? How we've dealt with Benwith? I don't think so. Dear Watcher, I find myself in need of someone with your particular brand of talents. As our last business transaction went so grandly, he was happy with the outcome. I appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. If you're interested, please convene with me in Dunwich. To our fortunate proceedings, Captain Ferrante. So that's so. So when it says beach, do they mean Sunapee Beach or the beach actually on Tikawara itself? Goes down to the beach. I can't see it being an external beach. It must be the beach on Tikawara itself. So we've got. It's actually it's a much larger island than I thought. So we don't want to stray too far. So what we'll do is we'll probably go to the trail, grab this, and see what time we're on. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so we can just about get to the trail here. 1 o'clock. The scent comes upon you gradually as you travel. It smells of the kitchens of Kednua, of honey, cinnamon, and fresh bread, bringing memories flooding back to Fedoran. Meals shared with those now absent. Off the path you catch a glimmer of movement. Something large and bulbous stirs beyond the trees. Yes, sneak closer to observe. Oh, flipping hell. Oh, Jesus. Near the centre of a nearby clearing stands a Delamgan, tending to a large spore. The Delamgan seems formed of the living tropics with vibrant flowers cresting her head. Her shape suggests that of an elf, replete with pointed ears. She looks up as you enter the clearing, eyes widening slightly as she takes you in. She takes a few steps to the side before reaching a protective hand to rest upon the large spore. Her attention remains on you. Like the cub that knows no better, you tread where others fear. Her voice rumbles like a falling tree limb. Tell us why. Are you in trouble? Do you need help? She says nothing for a moment, her head tilting to the side. Why do you ask this? Do you think we fear the spore? She smiles and brushes a hand along one of the spore's fronds. We have nothing to fear here. Drawn by the scent, were you? Her voice sounds like the whispers of wind through the leaves. We do not know why this stubborn spore does that. He has rooted his meal. The spore shudders slightly, and you notice a thick tome tucked among its roots. A tome? Oof. Yeah, we'll examine the spore. Who? Perception? You. What was it, perception? No, intellect. The bulbous fungus towers taller than an armour, its fleshy fronds hanging over its bulging stalk. A miasma of yellow dust hangs around it, gently stirring in the light breeze. A dank spore. You can barely make out the recumbent form of some unfortunate kith, tangled in its roots. The essence the spore sucks from its victim glimmering along its length. If it notices you, it will likely attack, and inhaling the spores clouding around it could confuse your senses. Well, it's rather sweet, pleasant smell, yes. Reminds me of old times. She draws a mushroom cap from somewhere within her. We offer a gift, that we may part in peace, that you may preserve the sanctity of this place. Are we really going to eat a mushroom given to us by some thing in the middle of a forest somewhere with that's petting a dank spore that's got some kind of kith dead within it that is drawing essence from? Oh god, it seems a completely utterly ludicrous thing to do, but Fedoran sometimes does these kind of things. We've got a healer here if things go wrong. Eats the mushroom. The mushroom's flavour explodes in your mouth, sweet and tart, and you feel a tingling run the length of your body. The world seems to sharpen your thoughts to focus. The Delamgan nods to you before she returns to tending the large spore. You leave her glade behind. Wow. What did we just get from that? Intellect 20. Power of Stone. Ocean Song? That wasn't what we got, was it? That's where we rested. Whatever she gave us, it didn't kill us. That's all we can say about that. It didn't kill us, right? I think we might. Oh, we're not going to make it round to there. We're going to go all the way round and then all the way back. So we'll head back to Tikawara. Because it's almost midnight.
one and done.
There is a bit of an area down here, isn't there? There he is. Up to something.
Hey.
Bring the party forth here.
Yeah?
For what do you follow me?
Follow you? I'm not following you at all. I've just returned from a nice little jaunt on the island. Came across a denim gun and dank spawn and ate a rather delicious mushroom. Then we've come back here, had a nice little stroll around the village. I regularly visit the beach before going to bed, and oh, here you are. Interrupting something, am I? Some of his tension eases. Rongi nods, sighing as he faces the horizon.
Our village has troubles, Akira. I go here to set mine afloat on Ngati's back.
Ah, well, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but come on. You're obviously up to something. Rummaging around in those crates there, aren't you?
If you will not leave me alone, then I go. All this noisy tarrying exposes us to hungry Lavufath.
Adair, could you quickly inspect those crates before he does a runner on us? Oops, a daisy. Dried koiki fruit.
Sure.
Really? Up to no good indeed. I think he's been caught red-handed. Probably literally, due to the koiki stains. Right.
Keeping an eye out.
We now finally have the proof.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Ah. Well, I have good news to a degree. I found a bunch of koiki fruit buried down by the shore.
Hidden from all the sand crabs and liars, I say.
Akira, that is no work of mine. Though I want to see you lose a finger to the crabs, digging up the rest.
I say I'm beyond finished. For this, I'll feed you to Ngati myself.
Just hold your horses, hold your horses. The evidence that I have gathered seems to suggest that it was actually Rongi who hid the koiki fruit. The dagger bobs in Makumu's hand, his pinched glare hovering onto Mao.
Akira, this is true? Why would Rongi do this?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Rongi gave up his words when he stole from the tribe. His voice is silenced to me. 2 traitors, but only one deserves death this day.
Resolved, Makumu nods to himself and presses his lips together. Without another word, he passes you some bottles and shells. Oh, nice. Ooh. Plucked fruit. Completed. We blamed Rongi. We blamed him, but was it the right answer? Well, it may or may not be, but the evidence pointed heavily in that direction. And that's all that we could have hoped to achieve, I suppose. A more likely candidate. Right. We might have been able to speak with Rongi after we'd found the fruit to get his version of events, but Fedoran had seen enough. Okay, so I think we're done for the session. I don't know how long it's going to be, given all the interruptions I've had, but we'll see. So in the next one, we will head out into the into Tikawara, to the island at least, and we'll explore it in its entirety, including the ravine, where we will hopefully find the Lagofaith Brood Mother. So join me next time for that. Until then, see you soon.